Oh, what a beautiful morning as the sun rises over the lazy man's guardian farm, and that's what we're going to be building today. You can build it in survival in 30 minutes if you have the material, and you don't need to kill any elder guardians or anything like that. And all this up here is just storage. I will leave this in the world download so you can do it if you want to. Today we're just going to build the farm itself. So this is where I design and build the farm that we saw in the beginning. This is where you spawn in, and I have a command block that leads us to this place right here where we're gonna be building the farm up together. And you can see we start off with only using the top part right here. Actually, we end up with only using the top part. What you start with is soul sand. And I think I counted that you need 100 of them all in all, but you place them in the hole like this. And then you take scaffolding, because this farm uses scaffolding, my new favorite block. I mean, it's so good for everything. And the reason it's good and the reason it's perfect for a lot of things is that it's a solid block on top, but it has no hitbox from the side and beneath. So we go like this, and then we just clear out only the top part. Like that. And then we build up again like this beside it. So we kind of get a tunnel. Like that. That's the tunnel we're going to use to bring the guardians away from the farm so we can spawn more. Now we build up 2 on each of these, like this, on all these. And the reason we do this is that in survival, if you have to build this, there's a neat trick if you go into the scaffolding like this right here. I'm trying to stand on the scaffolding. And then you look up, and at least in Java edition, you can press F3 and then you get a screen like this. And if I just show you, right there is the height of the scaffolding. Right there, and you can look at it while you place them like this. And we need to go to 100 like so. And then you just follow this one to the top. And then you place a glass right there, and then you place a pattern that fits with the pattern downstairs. Hi, it's Future Me. Of course, you can place all the glass blocks that you need at the same time you're up there. So all in all, place a 3x3 platform. Then we just go down again like this, and we build them all up the same way. So now they actually stops automatically when they reach the glass. That's also an easy way to do it, just like that. And now we build up all of this, and we need to build the corners, and we just do like this. And I should have done this from the start, of course, but it's exactly the same way that we do it. If we go down here, you can see just place soul sand right there, like so, and then build it up. And actually I can see that we forgot to place the soul sand right there. Well, luckily it's easy to fix. We have to do it again, but it doesn't take that long. And then you just build it up. And now finally we have the tower that we're going to use to send the guardians into the air. And we just need to clear the vegetation down here of the 10x10 platform. Math, you know, that's how I got to that we need 100 soul sand. Yeah. And we place it like this, and that's all there is to it. And now it's time to make the platform, and we just follow the outline of the soul sand below. And I know this will probably trigger some of you's OCD because it's off-centered. As you can see, 4 on one side, 3 on 2 sides, and I mean, I couldn't care less. This is the lazy man's guardian farm. You just follow the outline like this, and then you just fill in the blocks in between. It's pretty dark. Let's make some light. Now another nice thing about scaffolding in survival is that you can actually fit it out like this. And it's just so easy and fast to do. But you will have a problem with some of the corners bouncing as they are, because the scaffolding cannot reach. And that's why we built up these towers in the corners. It looks like an oil rig or something. And I actually like the look. And this corner doesn't need it, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just because it looks cool. Like so. Now the bottom part of the farm is almost done. We just need to encase the platform, and I will address this again. 4 to one side, 3 to one side. I know that some of you can't help themselves, so they will probably do something like this, and it's totally doable. You can make it a 4x4 if you want to, like this for symmetry or your OCD, but I personally couldn't care less. This is the lazy man's farm, so I'm just gonna remove this and stick to the 10 by 10 underneath. So we just place a glass block right there, and then we just encase it all the way around. And then we place water in the corners like this. Each corner 1 bucket. It shouldn't be hard to get in the middle of the ocean. And then we place another bucket in the middle of the tower. The platform itself has no middle. It is offset by 1 block. Oh, my eyes. All right, and this is the lower part all done. We go up here and we remove the glass because we don't need that anymore. So let's just get rid of that. And then we place a bucket of water right there. And whoa, that was fast. And when you see the water running down, maybe you should place the water in last, come to think of it. But let me just remove that one. It's important that the top layer does not have water in it. And the way you make this full blocks is that you go in here, and of course, as you can see, that is difficult in survival. So what I suggest you do is you just remove a strip of soul sand like this, and there's a neat trick because they have scaffolding on both sides. So you can actually remove this one without it all crashing, and then you just kelp it like you normally would and bone meal it. And now you have water sources all the way up, and you just place the scaffolding and the soul sand back in its place. Alright, now it's time to build the top part, and you face that part of the temple. And again, it would be easier in survival if the guardians weren't coming up here. So probably place in the water source from the top last. And you build 1 more row of scaffolding, and then you build 2 rows of campfires like this. And then you build up a 3 high glass wall like this. It doesn't have to be glass, it could be any block, and that goes for the encasing of the platform down under as well. And then you take walls, and that has to be walls, and you encase it all the way too high like this. And here you just take the bottom one, I'll explain why in a second, and you just bring it all the way there. And here you place in some temporary blocks right there, and the reason is you cannot place water on walls. They will be waterlogged like that, and then you just put in the walls afterwards like this. And why do we have walls? It's so no guardians will get caught. As you can see, they're slightly bigger than a full block, so there's more room for the guardians to get up here. And then you just complete the roof like this, so the guardians don't fly off. And then you come to this side right here, and I won't do, as I said, I won't do the storage in this video, but in survival it would be better to have the storage up there than down here. You don't want to get shot by guardians, so I'm just going to prepare it. So I'm pointing the hopper that way. What I did in the other farm was build a simple drop elevator, so it goes up a water stream and then is collected above the farm. But it's important you remember these last 2 on the sides, so you don't miss any of the loot. And I don't think we need more than 2 chests to test this out. So let's just do something like this. And there you go. You have the farm all done. Now we have to find the AFK spot because we want AFK above this farm so we don't load any caves or anything underneath. And we go out 5 blocks over the entrance to the monument, and we do the usual trick right here, as you know, F3, and then we go up to 184, I think. That's probably the right height. And we have arrived. And then we just place in glass around it. You make a normal AFK platform. I usually do like this. You actually don't even have to have anything around you up here. You just need to have a block above your heads for the phantoms not to spawn and get to you. So like this, you can go up here, and you of course also could remove all of the scaffolding if you're used to flying in. More light, thank you. Now if we just place ourselves here and look down, I have my spyglass. You can see the farm is already going. The guardians are getting caught and they die on the campfires. So I'm gonna AFK for 15 minutes and tell you the rates. Alright, let's get out of here and see what we've got. Is the farm still running? Indeed it is. So let's just see what we have in terms of loot. And we have 2 rows in 15 minutes. That's the equivalent of around 4,600 items an hour. And if you change the campfires out with the soul campfires, this will change to around, let me just see, I tested it before, 7,000 items per hour. So there are faster guardian farms, but not bad for the effort. Alright dudes and dudeesses, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you're not. And I'll be seeing you in the next episode, I hope. And yeah, bye.